see. Yeah, I have an idea. Okay, we're live, so talk to the people.
Okay. Yes, I'll make rambling conversation as you take care of whatever technical issues we're having right now.
It's not really a technical issue. I was trying to figure out a way to zoom on.
Pregnant pause. I think it's working, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's working. I think.
There we go.
All right.
There's that.
All right. Cool.
I'm getting somewhere.
After all these years, okay, it's too big. Okay, whoa, hey, what kind of show is this? What? It's huge.
Okay. Here we go. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually read the comments then.
Okay.
Get this out of the way.
Uh.
All right. Can you read them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got my new glasses. I can see now.
All right.
What? There's something slippery on this floor. I don't know what that is. Whoa.
Oh yeah.
What's on this floor, dude?
Dirt, probably.
Whoa. Okay, I'll leave that alone. I don't know. I'll pretend like I don't see it. Oh, it's nothing at all there. I'll just step around that, please.
Step around that slippery spot. Oh, there, you got you some water.
All right, thank you.
It does get kind of hot in this room because it. I've noticed that's like I feel like that's a trend with all my podcast studios. I replaced the lights up here with outdoor lights.
Outdoor lights?
Yeah, so it's not. It doesn't get like super hot, but it gets a little.
All right,
hot,
okay. I guess it's the middle of winter, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So we're here. It's Gun
All
Culture
right,
Radio.
it's good to be here in Romania.
Yeah,
you moved south from
yeah.
Poland, outside this Transylvania, right? That's
Right,
the part of Romania you're in now.
Yep.
And just it's a big castle up on the hill. I'm afraid to ask whose it is. I guess we'll find out in Halloween.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
it's real big up there.
Yeah, we'll go up there trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
See what kind of costume he's got.
But anyway, nice new place. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Thanks.
And a good view of the Danube River.
That's right. Yeah,
dude. I tell you, you did good. You're doing all right.
Hey, you can watch the war from the balcony.
That's right, by God.
Every now and then I take a shot or something.
From your chair, from your throne. Do I dare say throne? You can take sit back and watch and watch them do battle before you.
I was watching. I was watching some video. I think it was on YouTube. It was. I think it was when that war was going on, or is possibly still going on in Syria.
Yeah, still.
And there was these guys like. They were just like, it seemed like a shooting range. They were just hanging out around these like big bluffs, basically. And one guy would step out and fire a bunch of rounds, and then the other guy would be like, "Oh, that was cool." And then the other guy would fire. It was like they were just joking around.
The kind of wars we fight now, especially in that environment, you rarely see the big stereotypical World War II type battles. Usually, there's just a lot of people taking pot shots at each other.
Because everyone's so far away.
Yeah, and it's safer. Okay, bam, haha, take bam. They shoot at each other. But what I thought, because I saw this video from Afghanistan, these GIs were engaging these ISIS guys, and they just sat back for like 2-3 hours shooting back and forth. I'm like, are we just gonna sit here? Somebody, okay, you shoot at those guys. I'm gonna take these guys, go around, come up behind them, and kill them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how safe. We try to fight these wars now. It's like
which is a weird concept. It's like they understand that the war is like wrong, but they're still gonna do it, kind of thing.
Let's fight war safely.
Yeah,
which I understand that it's okay until your buddy's head gets blown off.
Yeah.
But I think there comes a point we have to like go get them, right? I mean, I've been out a while,
yeah.
but I think
I would think so. Yeah.
I think there comes a point where it's like, okay, we gotta stop just trading shots at each other and let's go get them.
Right.
But I'm not a general now. I mean, maybe they know something I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird concept. I remember there was I think maybe you told me about it. There was an episode of Star Trek or something where these two planets were fighting a war, but they did it like in the digital.
They did an electronic computer type war, and I don't know the name of the episode for you Trekkies out there.
Yeah,
but it was they landed on a planet, and they fought. Both planets fought electronically, and after they staged an attack, they would do an estimation of how many people were killed, and then they drew lots. If 2,000 people were statistically killed, then you would draw lots, and then 2,000 people had to go step into an incinerator.
That's crazy.
And the logic they had was, well, we couldn't have survived this long if we fought a conventional war.
Yeah.
You know, this is the only sane way to fight war, which is contradicting. But
yeah, really.
And Kirk said, of course, this is the old Kirk. This is the old '60s Star Trek. You know, fight first. He's like, if you think I'm going to step into an incinerator, you're crazy.
Yeah.
So, which is screw that.
Yeah, really. You could almost have. I thought about this before. It was sometime after you told me that I was thinking about that concept. And if you had a society, let's say, that was so put together and sophisticated that they understood war was bad and they don't want to actually fight wars, so they had some sort of like, VR, like digital, like, mock war basically. That it was consistent, it was real, and it was, you didn't have to worry about it wasn't going to glitch out on you or whatever. Let's say, and basically the thing is, it was kind of like. It was like the rules of war. So if you lose in the game, you lose in real life. Yeah. And if you don't honor that, then it's kind of like violating like something with the UN.
We'll start fighting a real war.
Then it's like, okay, well then it'll be a real war, except the difference is everybody's going to be against you. So people would follow it.
Well,
maybe
there's no such thing as a sane war. I mean, anybody that wants to. There was a movie with Sean Connery and what's his name? Yeah, you know him.
He was good in that movie last year.
It's The Man Who Would Be King. Sean Connery, and he's the last guy to play Alfred in The Dark Knight. What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh man,
the British Sean Connery.
Yeah. The British guy, with the glasses. Yeah. What's that guy's name?
Alfred.
Yeah. Michael Caine. Michael Caine. All right, it was bugging me.
Yeah.
Anyway, the movie The Man Who Would Be King, with Sean Connery and Michael Caine. They said that he said good soldiers don't think. Good soldiers don't think. He says if a man took time to think, he would go anywhere near the battlefield. And he's right.
Yeah.
I'm not going over there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So there's no such thing as a sane war, but we try to fight not bloodless, a war. I think sometimes we want to fight a war where nobody gets hurt.
Yeah.
You see these movies from the Gulf, these films from the Gulf War where they launch a cruise missile and you see it on TV camera. And you see the camera in the building that the missile's about to hit, and all of a sudden, the camera goes out.
Yeah,
we're okay with that because we don't see the building getting blown apart. We don't see the people inside the building getting blown apart. So that's how come we're okay with it.
Right.
It's called sanitizing war.
Yeah.
So
I guess that's they probably learned that in Vietnam. They're like, wait a minute, we can't let all these cameras in where the real violence is happening. We've got to
well. We're in Vietnam, you can just follow a tank and you can see everything.
Yeah.
The problem is the people back here are like, what? I'm going to get drafted to go there? No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, no thanks.
No thanks. I'll pass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I watched the other day, I found like on Amazon, Waterworld was free on there. I can't remember if it was
with
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner, yeah.
I can't remember if it was through the HBO thing or if it was on Prime or whatever. But anyways, I watched Waterworld the other day. That's a good movie. Like it got a lot of crap at the time. Like I like it.
Kevin Costner, hey, after Dances with Wolves, he could do wrong.
Oh yeah.
What was the other one he made?
Well, of course he caught a lot of like criticism over Waterworld and The Postman because he did both of those movies around the same time and he like funded them himself. And
what's the problem?
They're both people I guess didn't like them for some reason. I liked them. I thought they were both
they were
great.
okay. I mean, it wasn't Dances with Wolves.
Right? No, it wasn't. Yeah, but it was. I don't know. I thought they both had a cool kind of.
It was a good story. It was a good story. Yeah. I mean, come on. What do you expect? They all can't be Oscar winners. I mean, come on.
And honestly, like Waterworld, it's almost worth watching it for. What was the evil guy in Waterworld?
Never watched it.
Oh, you never seen it?
Nope.
Okay. Well, you know this guy though. He's trying to think. He was in Easy Rider. He was like not the guy that's in a bunch of westerns, and he was at the end. He's in the end of Apocalypse Now. With all the cameras around his neck. Like,
I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah. Him. Yeah.
But someone will tell us.
Does anybody else know?
Yeah, the guy at the end of Apocalypse Now. And he says "man" a lot. He's like.
Oh man, I can see the guy's face. The guy, you see him 100 times.
Yeah,
but
he was King Koopa in the Mario Brothers movie.
Oh man, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just can't think of his name.
Come on,
come on, countries.
We need
to know right now. Okay. What was his name? Oh man, I can see his face. He was in with the bus that if they slowed down.
Yeah, he was the bad guy in that. Speed. That's what.
Speed. He was in Speed with Keanu Reeves. Hey, pop quiz. What's his name? Oh, what's the guy's name?
I can't believe no one's Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. Thank you.
It was OJ for hire.
Okay, thanks, OJ. Thank you.
OJ Simpson is a big fan of the podcast.
Yeah. They suing him again.
Again, really?
Yeah, the Goldman family is suing him again because he's they say he's making money from signing these books and all that, and they feel like they should get half of that money he gets for signing books.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand their feelings.
I feel like there's a point where it's almost as bad as like if he's capitalizing on the fame he got from the getting away with murder.
Yeah.
Like that's bad, but also if they're continuing to try to capitalize on the murder of their loved ones, that's kind of bad too in some ways.
There's no payback when someone kills your loved one. There is no payback for that. Yeah. There's nothing you can do to them to make them feel the same pain that you felt.
It's been 25 years.
And he did what 11, 12 in prison.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Maybe, I don't know if it was that long. It was like 7 or 8 or something.
You know, he got convicted for like 30, 28. He did
it was a good chunk of time. Yeah. Definitely.
They got as much as we can get him back. They did, and I can't believe women still want to date him. Dude, it's OJ. Yeah. He's still pulling women left and right.
He's got money. He's famous.
It's OJ. Why do you? Yeah. Hey, I tell you what. Don't piss him off. Okay.
Yeah.
But
have you seen Dave Chappelle's special where he tells the story about OJ?
No, I haven't.
It's so Dave. You know, Dave Chappelle went to hiding for a while.
Yeah, South Africa.
Yeah. He came back and he's released like I think 4 comedy specials this past year, and they're all really good. But the first one he did, he told these stories about OJ, and I won't ruin it for you. But I'll tell you, the first one he met OJ Simpson 4 times.
Okay.
And like he basically at the beginning of the special, he tells the first one, and he like ever so often tells another one.
Okay.
And they're really good. But the first one, he met them together, like him and Nicole together.
Okay. All right.
And he talked about how like it just seemed really awkward, and he was like. It seemed like she was hugging me a little bit too tight or something like
that. That's right. She's tapping the coal with his hand. Yeah, really, help me.
Yeah. It was so funny. It's crazy too. I forget that he's been in Hollywood that long.
Yeah. Chappelle. He was back. OJ or Chappelle.
Well, Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
Because he was like a kid when he first was in those movies.
I remember Men in
Tights. I think
Men in
was
Tights.
The first one. Yeah. And what was that movie? Was it Scrooge?
No. The one with Eddie Murphy. He played the
Norm Macdonald is in it.
Yeah. No, that's Dr. Doolittle. Was he in that?
No, it was the one where they kidnapped this rich lady's dog, and it's Norm Macdonald and Dave Chappelle.
No, you got me on that one.
Okay.
I remember he was in
he was in
Eddie Murphy, the fat guy.
Yeah.
That memorable movie.
The Nutty Professor.
The Nutty Professor. Yeah. So man, I'm sure it was an Oscar winner. Yeah. Janet Jackson was in it.
That's right, she was. Yeah.
Dude, excellent.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was the comedian that kept getting on Eddie Murphy's big fat
right.
butt.
Yeah, I was making fun of him. Yeah. I heard Chappelle talk about that, and he had to basically create this alternate comedian character because he was like, I do comedy, so I can't be
I can't be me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's all people are going to remember. Yeah, you were talking crap to Eddie Murphy. That was wrong. Like that guy from what's his name from Walking Dead, Eugene. He had to get off social media because people kept identifying him with his character. Of course they did.
Oh yeah.
You suck, Eugene. It's a character, dude. Right. You suck. Okay, all right, I get it.
I know. I met the Punisher, by the way.
Oh, I saw the picture, dude. Dude, excellent. Which is also Shane from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I gotta think my favorite was Punisher was the British guy. We're doing great on these names, boys and girls.
Now you say the British guy. The second Punisher movie.
The second Punisher movie. Punisher.
The one that starts out with him like hanging upside
down, firing a Uzi upside down from a chandelier. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. It looked good.
Yeah.
But when I was in the academy, the question did come up: do we really wish that the Punisher is out there somewhere doing what the Punisher does?
Yeah.
Do we secretly hope he's out there? More than one person said, yeah, we hope he is out there.
You know, if you think about it, Batman is like a more realistic Superman.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And then the Punisher is a more realistic Batman.
That's right. Senior view. I see.
And then you are a more realistic Punisher, right?
That's right, Punisher. You gotta give him a chance, and then if you give him 2-3 chances, well, okay.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to take him to jail. All right. Okay. All right.
And you've seen the new Netflix series, right? Of course.
Which one?
The Punisher.
Oh yeah. I saw the first one, and he did a great job.
Yeah, it's great. I was really impressed with it. The first, I like the Punisher series, but it's not like my favorite thing, and I had like kind of mediocre expectations for it. I was like, it'll probably be good, and I'll probably enjoy watching it.
Yeah,
but I wasn't expecting it to be great or anything. And I got into the first episode. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, But it didn't just like really grab me. And I watched the second episode, and I was like, okay, this is pretty good. I'll probably keep watching it. And I got into the third, and then the fourth, and the fifth, and it was just like that's where it really started getting complicated. And then that
a real story,
yeah, really. And then the storylines between he wasn't necessarily the most interesting person. The most interesting characters were that female Fed. And then the dude that was
working with him at the construction site.
The nerdy guy that was working with him.
Well, because the Punisher got support people. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You can't be the Punisher by yourself.
Exactly.
Hey, I live in a store.
Right.
Who's going to collect the guns, the ammunition? Who's going to pay for food? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I need support people.
Right.
I'm not rich like Batman.
Yeah. Right. But him and then like that nerdy guy had this cool odd couple kind of thing going on. I thought it was interesting.
So hey, but what's his name again? The guy. In fact, okay, we'll backtrack.
Hold on, we got to answer someone super chatted us with.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. Let me receive your Pepe, little man. I don't know what that means, but thank you.
Okay. Well, all right.
If you super chat, I will. Unless it's offensive, I'll read it out loud and answer it if I see it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway,
sorry that I interrupted you.
Like I said, okay, no problem. What was I saying? But the guy who they're gonna have the odd couple relationship because could the Punisher could he exist out there? Like, does he go to work? Work a regular job? Then once the sun goes down, he goes out and beats the Punisher. No.
Right.
Apparently, he lives in a sewer, in a tunnel, in an old subway.
Yeah, it's Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, that's right. He's not like Batman. I got money out the.
Oh, got another one.
Okay. That's right.
It said the Punisher has a Patreon account.
That's right. You guys are, you fund me. Fund me. That's right. Good idea. Good idea. Yeah, modern times,
Yeah.
Back in the old days, you had to mail in your money to the Punisher. Send a money order.
Right, yeah.
Punisher goes out to his mailbox, checks it.
That's hilarious. And he has like different people he wants to get revenge on. He has like separate GoFundMe accounts for them.
That's right.
Like a little promotional video to explain why he needs to take them out.
That's right. You know, he has the FBI top 10, and you can fund whoever you want to go first.
Right. Yeah.
Which, dude, the Philippines. A friend of mine that I was in the Army with. She's from the Philippines, and on my trip there, again, I think we talked about that once before. They have televised executions.
That's bizarre. Like that's kind of sick. Yeah.
Effective.
I would watch, but it's like I would totally watch it, but it's kind of sick.
This is disgusting. Well, let's see it. Come on, what's that? Roll that back. It's right. It's like when I was there. It was like right after sports.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how do you follow that? It has to be at the end.
They did. They have, so and so, rah, did this, did that. Was executed today. Bam, they show the guy, firing squad over. Yeah. Okay, weather. It's cultural. It's that they have a different attitude, which they execute drug dealers there. There's none of this. Well, we're going to send you to jail. No, it's like you did what? You sold drugs. You're gone.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Crazy.
Whoa.
It's like, aren't there still places where they'll like cut your hand off and stuff?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, and it depends. You don't see that as much. It depends on how traditional they are.
Yeah.
But you don't see that as much as you used to.
Right. I bet it's fun to buy the prosthetic industry.
Well, that's right. That's right. The orthopedic surgeon's right there at the bottom of the stand.
Yeah.
With a box of hands.
Yeah.
Or maybe he comes up to you before. Okay, now which one?
Yeah, really.
They give you enough time to get your hand custom made.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Larger, smaller. Come on now, this is business. This is business. Come on.
So, but fortunately, I guess if you're committing a crime that gets your hand cut off, you might not be able to afford a $20,000.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not too cheap. Maybe they finance when they take it back. Yeah. That movie with Jude Law. And somebody else, Jude Law. They made that movie where in the future they could transplant anything.
Oh, yeah,
I saw that. Financed,
yeah, that's right.
And Jude Law was a collector.
Forrest Whitaker was the other guy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Forrest Whitaker, and they were repo men. If you were late on your liver payment, they come. Hey man, I'm sorry. The one scene I remember is that Jude Law and Forrest Whitaker was sitting in a car and they were watching this guy who was behind on his liver payment.
Which is just a hilarious thing to say.
They yell out, he sees them. He goes, hey, I sent the payment last week. I sent it last week. And then he's like, you better. You better. That's right. And that's exactly how it would be. That's exactly how it would be.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's crazy. It is. That kind of makes me think of that movie, The Island. But you ever seen The Island?
Okay.
It's got Obi-Wan Kenobi in it.
Okay. Oh, him. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The Island. Oh, yeah. Ian McGregor.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor.
And what's her name?
Yeah, she's really hot, but I can't remember.
What's her name? She was in the Avengers.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just like this concept where they're basically growing people underground.
You could pay to have spare body parts growing for you.
Yeah.
They clone another person like you, and then if you ever got sick in your liver, okay,
right.
They take them away.
Yeah, but they don't realize they're actually like alive down there and.
Oh yeah.
Everything. Yeah.
They kept on the island. You're ignorant,
Yeah.
And then if your sponsor, your I guess your clone. Needed a heart, a liver, a lung. Hey, man, I guess you're finally leaving the island.
Yeah. Anytime someone is like, you've been selected to go to paradise. Is like,
okay. I'm like, okay.
I've seen too many stories about that.
I've seen in the movies. This doesn't end well. Mm-hmm. This does not end well.
I feel like there was a Twilight Zone episode that was kind of like that. People were on or someplace and they got selected to go to I don't know. I don't have enough information to put that one together.
Old school, old Twilight Zone or new one?
Yeah, old. Yeah,
old one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was the cookbook.
Oh, I guess that was the one. Yeah,
you know, the aliens came down to Earth.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, and we're gonna take care of you. All your needs, all food.
Yeah.
You don't need anything else. You can get rid of the army. Oh yeah, everything's good. We can come to our planet, and you can live. All your needs to be took care of. That's our job. Take care of you.
Yeah.
Okay, number one, that sounded too good to be true.
Right.
This 8-foot tall green guy appears out of nowhere, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden wants to wait on me hand and foot.
Yeah.
Why? And then they had a book with them, and it was like somehow they were able to translate the book, which I don't get that. It's a completely different language that we have no idea of how it works, but they were able to translate it. And the lead guy, he's getting on the spaceship, and all of a sudden this assistant comes running out to him and says, "Don't go, don't go." And he's like, "Why not?" The book. It's a cookbook.
Yeah.
It's a cookbook. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's a great one though. I like that.
Now the only aliens I want to see, they got to be like Paul.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right, dude. You're cool. Seth Rogen, get over here. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, not like the ones that try to cook us.
Yes, to eat you. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the time, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is.
It is.
Yeah, because good things usually come. It's like fair. It's kind of like, oh, this is a cool opportunity, but it's like I get how I give this, I get this, or whatever. It's not like
everything's hit. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why would they come here?
Right. Nothing's free.
That's right. Why would they come here? And if they're anything like us, we're screwed.
Yeah.
We got another one.
Corey Harrison. No, it doesn't have a question.
No question. Thanks for the $1.
But got $1. Cool.
Hey, somebody got to feed those alligators. Come on.
Yep.
But hey, why come here?
Yeah.
Come to Earth. Come on.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, everybody see them left and right.
Yeah.
But why? Oh, you hear that stuff? Sorry, we're G-rated here.
Yeah.
That's about the Air Force, the Navy F-18 that was chasing the spaceship off San Diego.
Oh yeah. Was there a video of it?
Yeah. The F-18 fighter pilot got videotape of this lodging pill-shaped white object, and they took off after it, and the thing just walked away from them. And they could track it with their radar, but they couldn't get radar lock on it to fire weapons.
Oh.
And he says, "Look," the guy he went on TV, went on CNN, and said, "Look, I am not some crazy person. I've been flying jets for the Marine Corps for 22 years. I'm an intelligent person. Washington needs to look into this."
Yeah.
He says, "If you're like ET, cool. But if it's War of the Worlds, we got a problem."
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Battle of Los Angeles. Good movie.
Yeah, that is a good movie. Yeah. That's crazy. And it's and there's so many you hear different reports like that from smart people that makes you wonder.
It ain't the guy, in Jerkwater County, I'm not gonna say a state because you'll get comments.
Yeah.
In some rural state.
Yeah.
Skinning rabbits in the back and what was that? No.
Yeah.
This is an intelligent, responsible person going, "Hey, I saw something that looks strange over there." So,
yeah.
Of course, but of course the government already knows. Though.
Oh yeah,
the men in black are out there. We know that. Come on, they're out there.
Yeah, sorry, Corey. I forgot. Corey is a girl, not a guy. I know her.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
It's someone that I know, and I forgot.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the internet. We don't know. Yeah. We can't tell. We can't tell.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she works for Bud. She was in one of our videos. Like, we went up there, did a meet and greet, and did like a interview thing or whatever. But, yeah, the government definitely knows. And
they're sitting in their bunker out west going, yes, they think we know.
Well, so on the alien thing, I go back and forth on it because, one side of me is like, I know we talked about this before, but one side is like, if they can get here, they probably are so technologically advanced that they wouldn't come in the sense of like a metal ship flying in. You know what I mean? Like that sounds almost like a human construct. Like that's just our own imagination.
That's what we can. That's what we can understand.
But what an alien would do if it came here, it'd be just so much stranger than we could even
something
imagine.
We can't imagine. Like you see in all these space shows, all these science fiction shows, the aliens look suspiciously human.
Yeah,
a lot of skin conditions. But otherwise, a head, 2 arms, or 2 legs. Yeah. Hey, because we can't really relate to anything else.
Yeah.
If this amoeba, start thinking, start talking, we'd be like, I can't relate to that.
Right.
You know, hey. But it's always the only way we can really relate. It has to be something we can relate to.
Right. Exactly.
So that's to come. They're always human looking, human-like, humanoid. You know?
But devil's advocate of my own argument of why they wouldn't be like that. You see how fast technology moves.
Yeah.
It moves so fast, and like humans aren't necessarily gonna technology is gonna move a lot faster than people are gonna start looking different. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you could the way the aliens look is based off. They got bigger heads and they're skinnier. Basically.
That's what we think. Yeah,
right.
that's what we think. Yeah.
And basically, that kind of comes from the fact that if you have so much technology, you need more brain power, and you don't need to lift less physical. You know, but that would take a long time, regardless of what environment you're in. That would take a very long time.
I saw this thing about what humans are going to look like in the year 3000.
Yeah.
And we're going to get shorter, less hair, bigger head, bigger eyes, because, again, more technology, less need for this muscle stuff. So, yeah.
They could go that direction, but the technology that would allow them to be able to come here might be faster. Of course, we're also assuming it's going to be on the same timeline that we're on. I mean, it's got to be. They may have had spaceships for billions of years,
and they could in a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's one of the most underrated things about Star Wars. I mean,
is it past or present? Yeah, it's
past basically is what they're saying. I think right.
This happened 3,000 years ago. We're like,
yeah, it's an interesting concept because they're basically being like, everything you're about to see is obviously way more advanced than what we have, but it actually happened a long time ago.
Yeah, they are way ahead of us.
Yeah.
They should have got Lucas. I'm getting that right.
George Lucas.
I don't want to mix up my directors.
Yeah.
Lucas. I kept hoping he put in a scene where the Millennium Falcon is going past this section of space, and you see this little blue planet in the corner. Just hey.
Just a little taste, like
Earth
exists,
all right, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Who knows? I mean, hey, and then if Empire's out there, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Okay, get ready.
And they are.
Oh, they are.
It's just a matter of how widespread are they.
When Vader gets here, it's over, dude. Just get ready. Start bowing and scraping. Start bowing and scraping.
That's terrifying.
We'll be okay because we all know stormtroopers can't shoot.
Yeah.
That's right. They can't hit the broadside of a bar.
Exactly. Despite all their money and technology and training.
Can't hit nothing. Can't hit anything. But how do they conquer all these planets?
I don't know.
Well, they can't hit anything. They drop like flies too.
That's true. Yeah.
If the Ewoks could take them, I mean,
that's the beauty of them all looking the same. It's like they could just have them killed at any point.
So
I could, if you think about it. So if you think about like interplanetary travel and everything, it's easier to see how a group, organization, or whatever could get like a really big. Easier versus like now in this country, like the world has gotten a lot smaller because we're all so connected and everything. So you don't have as much of a frontier anymore. Like if someone starts getting a lot of power that's whatever scary, it's like people are going to notice, and we can try to stop it before it gets big or something. But out there in the galaxy, you could be taking over planets and really have this huge force, and no one necessarily knows about it, and you're not really in anyone's way yet for them to really like try to stop you.
So they stumble upon you.
Yeah, and you're already huge, and you're engulfing everything.
Like apparently they did in what was it? One of the last Star Trek movies where they went back when they discovered warp drive. And all of a sudden, what's his name discovers warp drive, and then the Vulcans just happen to be passing by, and they see, oh look, they discovered warp drive. Let's go there. They're advanced. Let's go there. And all of a sudden, hey, we're out there now.
Yeah,
part of the Federation of Planets.
Right, exploring stuff.
Yeah, that's right. The '60s Star Trek was much better. Kirk was always about fighting, kicking ass. Hell yeah. He only wanted to talk when he couldn't kill you. Once you had him cornered, hey, let's negotiate. Hey,
more like a Western kind of.
That's right. That's right. But Picard's like, oh, let's work it out. Let's hug. Hug it out. Dude, you're boring the pee out of me. Come on. Come on. Kirk would have been shooting the 50 minutes. Okay. Different world.
Yep.
How come nobody liked Wesley Crusher either?
Which one was that?
That was Dr. Crusher on the New Generation. Dr. Crusher's son.
I haven't seen much of that, I guess.
Because I could stand him.
That's why. That's funny. Have you seen? There's a new show that my friend Zeke turned me on to, and it's called the Orville.
Yes, Seth MacFarlane does that. Yeah,
it's really good. Have you seen?
No, I haven't. I thought it was gonna be a spoof.
You'll like it, man. You got to watch it. You'll like it. It really surprised me because I thought it was just a spoof of Star Trek. That was like the whole point of it. Mm-hmm. But you get in and watch it, and it is like more like comedy heavy, of course, than Star Trek.
That's right.
You know, it's more attention paid to that. But it has like a good story too, though. So it's good. It's really good. It's not only a spoof of Star Trek. It's its own thing, and it's really good.
Yeah. So it's not all that Star Trek. We all get along now, and you know it's the future, and humanism has triumphed, and everybody gets along and sings Kumbaya.
Not really. Actually, there's a lot of conflicts because you have people from like all these different places and stuff, and like I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's pretty funny at times, and it's a good show. The story is really good too.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's cool. Seth MacFarlane is actually a pretty good actor.
Yeah, because I thought this is gonna be like Family Guy too.
Yeah.
Well, okay, all right.
It's good. It's gonna be really successful. It's a great show. Yeah.
Okay. Like is Robot Chicken still on?
I think so. Yeah.
Dude, we gotta get into that.
Oh man,
we gotta get into that.
Robot Chicken is the best. Like, oh my god, like what are the stop motion animation things that they do, like with Star Wars and all the different.
The writing is excellent.
It is.
And I thought again the example you just said, Star Wars. Robot Chicken Star Wars.
Yeah, I could just sit and just watch like montages of those on YouTube for hours.
The one with the Emperor sitting there talking to somebody.
And I'm sure I've seen
Darth Vader calls, and the Emperor's like, "What?"
Oh yeah.
A bunch of teenagers blew up. What? Mr. Chosen One. Yeah. You didn't see that coming. Great stuff.
Oh my god! And then like some of my favorite ones are the Stormtrooper ones where they're just like dealing with regular like work stuff. You know?
Oh, well, Stormtrooper, bring your kid to work.
Yeah.
So great writing.
Yeah, that's a great one. There's also a really funny College Humor sketch where it's a bunch of stormtroopers hanging out in the bar like after work, and they're talking about the destruction of the Death Star like it's like the 9/11 conspiracy, you know, like that it was an inside job. And
of course,
it's pretty great.
Why is there always this 6-foot vent?
yeah, really. It's interesting how they tried to sort of go back and explain that in Rogue One.
Yeah. Who was it? Harrison Ford talked about when they're trying to. No. Which one was that?
Rogue One is the one. It was like it took place before A New Hope.
Okay, yeah, it was just before it, yeah.
Yeah, and they went back and it was that guy that was forced to work for the Empire. He put that vent in there.
Okay, as a way to get rid of it, to keep it from being the ultimate weapon.
Yeah, so that they would have a weak spot that someone could destroy it or whatever.
And they did some great CGI with Carrie Fisher. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's her.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's scary. It's scary.
Yeah, it really was.
And Moff, what's his name? The commander of the Death Star.
Yeah, Moff. Yeah.
Whatever his name is. It was Peter Cushing. That was the guy's real name.
Yeah.
But
that was good too.
He'd been dead for 20 years, 30 years, and dude, it was him.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. That was a good movie. I like that.
Yeah, they brought all the guys back, like Red One.
Yeah.
Who's been dead for 30 years. It's magic, man. It's magic. So,
yeah.
But
I can't believe it, but I still haven't seen the new Star Wars movie. I don't know what's wrong with it. Did you like it? Was it good? Don't ruin it for
okay. Me. I won't ruin it for you. It's worth going to see. There you go.
I didn't hear rave reviews or anything.
Yeah, it's worth going to see. That's the first thing I can say about it. It's worth going to see. Okay. But Rogue One was better. And what was the second one? The Empire, Something Awakens.
Oh, The Force Awakens.
That's the second one.
That's the first of the new trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rogue One is okay. Get my. What's the order? What's the order?
As far as you're talking about the order of when they came out?
No. The
order in the storyline.
No. When they came out.
Oh, when they came out. Mm-hmm. The first one was The Force Awakens. It was the first Disney Star Wars movie.
Okay, cool.
And then number 2 was Rogue One.
All right. Okay.
And number 3 is the one that just came out.
Okay, fine. Okay, first 2 great. I'll let you make your own judgment on the third one.
Okay.
Okay.
It'd be weird if, because they're in between. Of course, like the next one is going to be like what, the Han Solo movie.
Yeah, he gets his own storyline.
Yeah,
and so does BB-8, whatever his name is.
They're gonna have a BB-8 movie.
I got what the fuck.
Why
not?
Why not have a Greedo movie? It's just why not? They should like mess with everyone and do like a whole movie on just some random guy that's
the guy in the back and the band in the bar.
Like them trying to make it,
the tour bus going across Tatooine.
Right. Like all these like people quitting and just like having all these problems. Like behind the music, like one of them got really bad on drugs, and
somebody's gonna steal that idea. That's a great idea. Well, they used to be big. Yeah. They used to be big, and then they had a fall, and then they ended up in the bar on time.
Yeah, exactly. There's only like 2 original members.
That's right, dude. Get Disney on the phone. Get Disney on the phone.
Yeah. Well,
great idea.
I was gonna say before you said that, they got to do a movie on that guy that was in A New Hope.
Yeah.
And he had this really weird, like, long nose.
And
he's only seen him for a second, and he like spies on him when the Millennium Falcon's about to leave. And he's like,
with the nose looked like a certain member of the human body. Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. He looked like one of the Spy versus Spy guys.
What's that?
The cartoon Spy versus Spy.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah,
it's like one of those.
That guy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, especially like his voice, like that's how he talked.
They gotta bring back Darth Maul.
Oh,
somehow.
Man. He was one of the great Star Wars characters.
He was in the movie for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
When they opened when they were on Naboo.
Yeah.
And they opened those doors.
Oh man.
Oh.
There's no BS with that guy too. That's the thing. I mean, he was Darth Maul to the end. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just here to kill stuff.
That's all I'm here. I don't think he's a Terminator.
Yeah,
you can't reason with me. You can't. No mercy. Yeah. I don't stop until the job's done.
Right.
Whoa. Yeah. Great movie. The guy was great. Oh.
Yeah. Yep. I've got 2 blades on my saber because I want to kill you twice as much.
Oh, dude. I don't know. Chewie. When's Chewie gonna get his movie?
That's right. This should be a Chewie movie.
That's right.
The Chewie movie.
Yeah. He hasn't aged a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw him when I was in Vegas, actually.
I saw the picture.
Yeah. You know what's weird is it didn't hit me until like later when I looked back at the picture. He was taller than me.
That's right.
Like he was like legit tall, unless he was on stilts or on something.
That's right. So, dude.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. 12 Strong. Dude, go see it.
Oh, I heard it's really good.
Go see it, by God. And that other movie with what's the guy he played in 300? It's a heist movie. What's that?
Okay.
It's Gil Gerard. Not Gil. Yeah, Gil Gerard.
When you say the guy in 300, you mean the main guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't.
Well, we are sucking on names.
We are.
But
let someone tell us.
Yeah. But it's a great movie. Everybody at the unit's talking about it. It's the kind of cops you want to be.
Yeah.
Hey, don't call me for no minor. When there's some real stuff going down, that's when you call me.
Yeah.
And you go out there, and we wish we could be this way. You go out there, there ain't none of this uniform crap. You go out there, we're just throw on some body armor, let's go to work.
Yeah.
Hey, hell.
Yeah, it's cool. I have to check that one out. Speaking of that, cop movies, have you seen the one it's a Netflix only release with Will Smith?
Yeah, with the alien guy. That's
a
ripoff. That's a ripoff.
Is it?
There was a movie. There was a TV show in the '90s called Alien Nation. Same thing. Human cop with the alien newcomers. They come to Earth.
Yeah.
They were slaves. They integrate into a human society, and one of them joins the police force. You got this old grizzled cop, you know, that don't like it, don't like him, but he has to work with one.
Right.
Same movie.
I thought when I saw it, I was like, "This is an interesting concept, obvious parallels." But it was like this. I don't know. The story was lacking to me. It wasn't that. I didn't really enjoy it.
Kind of been done. It's been done.
Yeah,
it's been done. And Will, is he hurting for money? I mean,
yeah, I know. It's weird. He likes to do these like sci-fi movies that don't do well lately.
Well, I Am Legend was okay.
Yeah.
That's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while since that big movie.
And who is it? What's the one with his son? After Earth.
Yeah, I liked that movie though. A lot of people hated it, but I actually enjoyed that movie. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I thought it was interesting. Yeah.
So I don't know what he's got coming out. Suicide Squad. When's Suicide Squad 2 coming out?
I don't know. I haven't seen the first one yet.
What?
I know.
Dude. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, it's
okay.
one of those movies I gotta see.
Dude, Suicide Squad. Check it out.
Oh, that reminds me. Dad and I, when we were out on our trip out to Vegas, we stopped and saw a movie that's a new Western out called Hostiles.
Yes.
Hostiles.
With what's his name?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Have you seen it?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, you should check it out.
Oh yeah.
It's cool, and it's interesting because I'm always talking about how my big beef with modern Westerns is that they're trying to hit it like with Magnificent Seven, for example. Yeah. I did not like that movie because they were clearly trying to hit a broader audience.
Yeah.
And it kind of took it away from, the realism and grittiness of a Western. What I like to see. I like the Tombstone kind of Westerns. Like I want to feel like this is the rough, real West. You know what I mean? And I was talking to Dad about that before we went to the movie. I was like, I hope they don't screw it up. It's not corny. I hope it's like feels real and everything. Well, it was like far in that direction, almost too far at times.
Okay.
It's super dark and it's brutal. I mean, it's a really good movie. It's slow.
Yeah.
You gotta, when you go into it, you gotta be ready for that. It's kind of a slow movie. It's not fast paced.
No explosions, no train robbery.
Yeah, but there is action, and it's one of those movies, and sometimes these can be great movies. It's not nonstop action. There is action, but when the action happens, it's like very intense. Kind of like The Revenant.
Okay.
I like that movie. That movie was kind of slow, but when there was like a fighting going on, it was like
when there was something going on. There was something going on.
Oh man, big time, and it felt real. The Revenant's a good comparison.
A horse that the Appaloosa jumping off that cliff. Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Maybe he had snow in his eyes. He couldn't see.
Yeah. But one thing that was kind of interesting too, the way they handled the the Native American issue.
Yeah.
Obviously a sensitive issue. Especially with how PC everything is these days.
Oh yeah.
They did I thought a masterful job of handling it because without ruining the movie, it was like they showed both sides. They showed the brutality on both sides, kind of how it's not their fault that we came in on their land.
Yep.
So it's like you can kind of understand why they were so brutal to the white man because it's like they were trying to send a message. Hey. It wasn't like they just wanted to be brutal. They were trying to
we were here first.
Like the Vietnamese, they were trying to send a message to scare us away, and it didn't work.
Oh no, it was all right.
We're like, oh, we
I
like
don't think
this
it
land.
did. That's all right. This is pretty good. Yeah.
And then also their brutality was also met with the invaders' brutality because it's one of those deals where you almost forget who started it.
Yeah,
because
they've been fighting for so long.
Sides.
I mean, you've been fighting for brutality on both sides. Been fighting for so long, and I don't think they really understood the Native Americans at the time really understood how many Europeans were out there,
right,
and how many were coming. Like you see in Dances with Wolves, the Sioux kept asking how many more are coming.
Yeah.
And, Kevin Costner's just real, well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Millions.
So no.
But they handled that really well.
Yeah.
They showed the brutality on both sides, and you don't come away from that movie feeling like Fern Gully or something where it was just this big look how terrible the white man is, what they did to the Native Americans. It was they showed
can't have any of that now.
Yeah, I mean, but sometimes those movies they can let like some kind of message sort of dominate the whole movie. And, but they did a good job showing the reality of it.
Good.
I guess what I'm trying to show.
And then there was brutality on both sides. I mean, not to justify anything for anybody.
Yeah.
But it goes both ways. It always does.
Right.
It always does.
Yeah, definitely. But it's a good movie. Lots of good cowboy guns.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what? 1868 Single Action Army, by God.
Yeah, you had the 1873, of course, Colt Single Action, the cavalry model. So there was an actual, the one that was issued to the cavalry that was the original. The reason it's called the Colt Single Action Army, of course, just like the 1911, it was the Army pistol. And they wanted something powerful enough they could kill a horse, basically.
Okay, yeah, I could do it, too.
Yeah, good. You're in the right spot, definitely.
Oh, you just winged him in the hoof. It'll be all right.
But the original one came with wood grips. It had a U.S. stamp on it, and it was the full 7.5-inch barrel. And so you see a bunch of those in that movie. And I actually saw some of those at a collector's show out west. And man, those things are expensive, like $15,000 for one of those.
Custom made,
original one.
Oh yeah, of course, original.
Right. I mean, it's a piece of history, like
you just
museum
can't,
level, you know.
It's been somebody's attic for 150 years.
Yeah. One of the neatest things I saw at that show, because it was like, I don't know if you saw the pictures I put on Facebook, but like they had crazy old stuff, you know, and it was insane, like wheel locks, match locks. I mean, old swords and all that kind of stuff.
Wheel lock kind of lost me there.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy one, but they're neat to see.
To look at, yeah.
It's like, because it's it's like this gun is like 300 years old or whatever.
Around every 2 days. Better not be raining.
Load on Sunday, shoot it. Maybe if you're lucky.
What's the one, the rifle where you had to keep a burning wick on it?
That's the matchlock. Yeah.
The matchlock.
Basically, it's like those things you get with fireworks that you light that burns. It's just like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hey.
But one of the things they had there, I was going to say, that was really cool, is they had an 1866 Winchester, which was the improved Henry. Basically, imagine the Henry, except it has a fore end on it, and it has a loaded gate in the side.
Okay.
But those are really cool. And it was one of those, and it was owned. What made it special was an original, but it was owned by a Native American that was like with Geronimo's crew. And they had a picture, a photograph, a black and white photograph, of course, of him holding the rifle.
Whoa,
and then there it was in front of you for sale.
Oh my God!
Pretty cool.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
it was in the tens of thousands.
Oh yes, and of course, that belongs to the Smithsonian or something.
Yeah,
a private collection, okay, but
yeah,
let's get to DC. Yeah.
Right. Oh, I'll tell you, the most expensive gun that I saw there might have been the most expensive gun in the entire show, and it was phenomenal to even see it. So with the Henrys, there was a very rare, like a few of them that were made with an iron frame instead of brass.
Okay.
And they're just called the iron frame Henry. And there's only a few of them. I forget how many existed. It was a very, very small number. Well, they actually I've never seen one in person in my entire life. You may go to like 1,000 museums and never see one. There was a guy with one on the table for sale. It was insane. I mean, it's like something that should be in a museum, and he had one there for sale.
Of course.
And just out of curiosity, I fully disclosed to the guy I was not interested in buying it. I was just curious how much it cost. $200,000.
He'll probably get it too.
Maybe. I mean, it'd take,
$100,000.
Think how long it would take to find that buyer. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's the hardcore guy. That's the guy with the private range that he shoots miniguns on. That's that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but they're out there.
Yeah,
hey, dude.
But it was neat just to see it. I didn't pick it up or anything.
But don't touch it now.
Yeah. But they had lots of original Henrys there. I probably saw like 50 original Henrys there for sale.
Well, how much?
They don't get much lower than 30,000.
Holy shit!
Yeah, they're pretty expensive. I mean, they didn't make many.
Working?
That
you fire it, but
I think most of them work. The problem is you can't really shoot them because the ammo doesn't exist anymore.
4470.
It was a 44 rimfire round, and it doesn't really exist anymore. So you couldn't really shoot it. But
you don't want to fire any kind of modern ammo out of an old weapon anyway.
No.
Like a World War II M1 Garand. You don't want to fire modern.
You don't want to. You can fire modern ammo, but it has to be like lower pressure. Like you don't want to fire like hunting 30-06 rounds in it.
Okay, yeah, that's a bad thing. Okay.
Yeah, because the military surplus stuff wasn't as hot as like how they load up. Because a lot of people that you shoot 30-06 these days, it's some kind of newer bolt action rifle.
Yeah.
That's robust and
improved. Yeah,
right.
Like at Knob Creek, tried to fire that BAR. It kept jamming. I'm like, you sure this thing works? I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll throw it at him.
Right. All that old surplus ammo is dried up. It's sad, but it's gone now.
Hey, it's a different world now. It's been 75 years. Hey.
Yeah. It's crazy, to think how long it's been since World War II.
Oh, yeah. And but we they're still declassifying stuff from World War II after, what? How long has it been? Jesus. almost 80 years now? 1945?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
A long time ago, yeah. Okay.
I like to be very specific.
That's right. A little bit general there, yeah. But they're still declassifying stuff from the war, and it was the most the vicious, the most high casualty conflict in the history of the world.
Yeah.
I think that the numbers just went up. 70 million they're guessing was knocked off in the war.
Wow.
And that's not even a real number. Oh, we got something came up.
We got another super chat. We got big. Was it Big Ike? Yeah. AR versus AK for stuff hits the fan. Ammo and magazine availability not being an issue. Okay, so yeah, so if you have all the ammo and magazines, you're gonna go AR or AK?
AK. I hate to say it, that's sacrilege, but AK's the way to go.
Yep.
I hate saying that. It hurts me to say that, but AK the way to go. When it's all over, AK. Because you can't do anything to it. You can't do anything to it.
Yeah.
There's plenty of ammo out there. Plenty of 7.62 by 51.
Yeah. 39, I mean.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. The 7.62 by 51 is the M60. I apologize.
No, yeah. That's right. It's 308. I was thinking 54. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Anyway. AK way to go. And I hate to say it. AR won't last as long because you got to take care of it.
Yeah.
Got to take care of it. And it's as effective in that kind of scenario. Is AR gonna be as effective? Probably not, because you don't need to shoot that long.
Yeah.
You know, AK close in, dirty. In fact, the AK pistol even better.
Oh yeah, that's true.
AK pistol even better, just right there, close in.
Yeah.
Dude, does the job.
Well, and I promise I'm not playing devil's advocate here. This is my genuine opinion. I'm gonna have to go AR.
Aha.
And here's my reason. Like, I agree the AK is more durable and all that kind of stuff. You know, the AR is more comfortable to me. You do have to keep it clean, but it's doable to keep them clean. And it's lighter. It's easier to carry the ammo. You carry more ammo. It's lighter.
Okay.
If it's the apocalypse, you're going to be carrying stuff around a lot.
That's right.
You may not have cars or whatever. So just the fact that it's light and you can carry more ammo, like, that's a huge selling point for me.
Okay, true. But let's see, if you can have both, have them.
Yes, definitely. One of each.
One of each. So, depending on situation, AK or AR, depending on situation.
Yeah, definitely. They're both good guns, though. You know, one thing that's cool about the ARs, they're definitely more. Someone said AR-10. The AR-10 is nice. I love AR-10s.
Yeah.
You know, having a 308 and an AR is nice, but they're so heavy. They get heavy.
Well,
fast.
we're spoiled now. We're spoiled.
Yeah.
You know, before, like the Garand, that piece of history, 9 pounds fully loaded.
Yeah.
But people trained to carry that.
Right.
You were in the kind of condition you need to be in to carry a weapon like that. We're spoiled now. You know what? AR, 5-6 pounds. You know, ammunition's light. It's ergonomic and all that. Back then, hey, what's the job? You take the best weapon for the job.
Yeah. Also, you got to think about, you know, in an apocalypse, you got to hope that you're not getting a lot of shootouts. You're eventually going to get killed, probably. If you do, you're going to run into groups that are bigger than yours. It's going to happen, and they may not be nice.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah, and
not like Rick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna want to stay under the radar, per se, and you know, you're gonna want to carry stuff other than just guns and ammo.
Yeah.
You know?
And you're gonna have to settle down somewhere. That's one thing people don't talk about. If you're talking long-term survival, you gotta find a place to settle down and start growing some crops.
Yeah.
And contrary to popular belief, the apocalypse is not gonna be this big shootout.
Yeah.
It's gonna be who can survive the longest, and to survive the longest, you gotta have somewhere nice, peaceful, and quiet. You can start growing stuff, maybe breed a couple of animals. I don't know.
Yeah.
As long as they don't make noise. Only quiet animals. No geese. No horse.
Goats, I guess, are pretty quiet.
That's right. So you stab them to eat them.
Yeah,
but long-term survival, you're right. Probably, I don't know. Again, it's preference. I heard somebody say this, and I agree. There's no such thing as a best gun. It's what your preference is.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, everyone has different preferences. I think, too, with apocalypse scenario, it'd be smart to group up with the people, like, as soon as it happens, try to group up with anyone that's around you. Okay. That's better than trying to run into people later on down the road.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, really, if something happened, like, let's say right now, you know, something happened, we'd be like, all right, everyone around here, all right, we gotta like work together somehow, you know. figure out a way to get together, especially if it's like really bad, like so bad that it's like there's no even point trying to go and check on family members or whatever. It's just like everything is
like
screwed.
Hawaii.
Oh,
like Hawaii.
Yeah, like are you talking about the missile?
The alleged missile attack.
Yeah, I got some insight on that.
Oh yeah.
So a friend of mine, you may know some people stationed over there too. A friend of mine, I think you met him, Jesse.
I think so. Yeah.
Friend of mine from high school. He's stationed over there right now.
Okay.
He's a Cav Scout, and he's doing like whatever. He's like with his unit now and doing training and stuff. So they're out in the field. He's doing a what's it called? Jungle survival school. It's kind of like SEER school, but without the torture part.
Okay. Yeah. The best part.
Yeah. It's mostly just the survival and they're out there, and the instructor starts yelling at him, get over here or whatever. I forgot exactly what he said, and they're like, okay, whatever, they're just giving us a hard time, Army stuff, and then they start saying, this is not a drill, impact in 2 minutes. Oh shit! Yeah,
holy
right,
yeah.
So they're just like, oh my god, and so they hide out in this shed. There's some kind of shed that they like all hide in.
A tool shed?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Why not?
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah, and the instructor's like basically like, this isn't enough. So then they go.
What? It isn't?
Yeah. and they said they went to some other building, and
okay.
And he said that he was just like looking over the horizon, just waiting to see the bomb, drop. Yeah. And he said. Asked him how long it was until they knew that it was fake, and he said about 30 minutes. So about
38 minutes before it was 38 minutes before the state sent out the message that this is a disregard prior message. It's all clear, all clear. The message was not real. 38 minutes. What the government?
That's an eternity when you think a nuclear bomb is about to hit.
And they showed some father throwing his kid down to a sewer.
He said that he wasn't in the town, but his wife was in town, and he said apparently it was like total mayhem. Like people screaming, crying, running around. And, kids going into sewers, put the kids on sewers and stuff.
Well, I saw one story that said after about 10 minutes, people thought something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's up. And the federal government investigation found that the guy who pushed the button had a history of having problems telling the difference between drills and the real thing. Why is that guy still here? Why was he still there?
That's a problem. Yeah.
Okay. And the governor said he couldn't remember his code for his Twitter account to send out the message.
Oh man.
He's going through his phone. I knew it was here somewhere.
Jeez.
So that was scary.
Well, what do you think about this? Take it on a different track. What about the possibility that the government did it intentionally as a drill?
Don't know.
I mean,
they didn't. I mean,
it's kind of something that wouldn't put it past them to do something like that. What better way to find out how people are going to really react than?
Yeah, I mean, on an island, why get upset? There's nowhere to go. I saw this one guy. He thought he was on his boat off the coast of one of the islands.
Yeah,
and they got the word that the missile was coming. He just said, "I'm just stay on the boat."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why go ashore? Hey.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, who knows if it's coming for if that missile is coming for here in Romania?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. The problem is that they send a real one, people will be like, "Oh yeah, sure.
Just to know, you're not fooling me on that one again."
Not this time. Fool me once, but
so,
it's scary. I haven't seen the North Korea thing in the news much lately. It seems like they just drag it out every time it's kind of slow news.
I mean, people are starving there. I don't get that. One of the soldiers that they had escaped. Famine is a big problem there. Starvation is a big problem there. People are freezing to death at night. Where'd they get the money for these missiles from?
Oh yeah, really?
I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
I hear that Kim Jong Un, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
He's having a problem getting cash now because the world's put the squeeze on him.
Yeah.
Dude, put the missiles down. But what he's thinking is, if I get rid of these missiles, I'm done.
Yeah.
Because he saw what happened to Saddam. With Saddam, when they took his missiles, saw what happened to him.
Yeah.
They're dragging him out of a hole north of Baghdad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, or Gaddafi. Oh man, these old people finished him off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't make sense to me. Really, you think I get that side of it, but you would think that he would be smart enough to just kind of like make people think that he might do
Yeah,
something, but
yeah.
not belabor it to the point where they're actually going to feel like they have to do something.
Feed your people, man. Jesus,
Yeah.
that's how you stay in power. Feed them. Everybody's got electricity.
Yeah.
I seen that picture of the night, the dark side of the earth at night. Korea's lit up. South Korea is all lit up with lights. Japan's lit up with lights. China has lights everywhere. Korea, dark spot. North Korea, dark spot.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
now this guy that just escaped from North Korea.
Oh, yeah,
they found all kinds of parasites in his body and all that. Healthcare sucking. How does this guy stay in power?
Yeah.
He takes care of the right people.
Yeah. It's like old school castles, stuff where it's like, we're up here in the castle and you guys are down there.
You minions, you peasants, let them eat cake.
Yeah, really. I don't understand in those old days, back in those old castle days, the castle generation.
Okay.
Why didn't the peasants just leave?
Go where?
But there was no technology or anything. It's like, what's the difference between this piece of dirt and that piece of dirt over there?
I know it's on this piece of dirt.
Yeah.
On the other side of that hill. Oh my God, that's where dragons live.
Oh yeah.
Oh
right.
my God.
Scare 'em or,
Oh my God.
You need our protection.
That's right. I have to stay here and farm this piece of dirt because there are dragons and elves and goblins over there.
Yeah.
Oh no way. And like people forget in the Middle Ages. What? Everything killed you. I mean, the infant death rate was almost 50%.
Oh yeah.
And people had no idea.
Yeah. It's like we're expecting a baby, maybe.
That's right. That's right. And what? People slept. They kept their livestock in a room like this.
Oh.
They kept their livestock in there with them in the wintertime so they wouldn't freeze.
Oh yeah.
Or so nobody would steal them. So yeah. Sorry, it's safer. You know what? This sucks, but I'm used to this suck. It could suck more over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it could suck less. Yeah, but it could suck more.
Yeah.
I'm
really?
back into the chat.
Yeah, back in those days, it's like it'd be a tough call. It'd almost be worth it just to be in the military, even though being an archer in the military.
Oh yeah.
You got 3 meals a day or whatever.
That's right. That's right. Here's your 3 bowls of gruel.
Yeah, exactly.
Better than nothing.
There's an eyeball in here.
That's right. Whatever. I don't care where this come from.
Yeah.
And then what? You got your own private outhouse to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toilet paper's still 600 years away.
Yeah. Oh man.
Bath, they took bath once a year.
Yeah, if they're lucky. Yeah.
If you're lucky. If you're lucky.
How often did it rain there?
I think you got your haircut once a year. You took a bath once a year.
Yeah.
That's plenty. Come on. That's plenty. Come on.
Exactly.
Come on. What's this stuff crawling on me? Okay.
It'll be fine.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. Get out of here.
But being an archer would be the way to go because you're not at least out there with the sword getting your.
Well, people forget now. After you fired your, you got your longbow. After you fired your arrows, it's like, okay, let's go get them. That's what they did at Agincourt in 1415. After they kept hitting the French with arrows, it's like, okay, let's go out there. You took your knife, your sword, and went out there and finished them off.
Yeah.
So hey, you're right. You weren't the guy with the suit of armor. Yeah. Out there duking it out. No. You're back there in your regular clothes with that longbow had effective range of like what, 300-400 yards.
Yeah, pretty far.
In fact, I think it would go through you. Anything less than 100 yards, it would go through you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, ouch. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. And an arrow won't kill you immediately.
Yeah.
It just right through you. It just kind of stays there.
Yeah, unless it gets you in the heart or something.
Ooh,
yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, you're there, battling out with somebody.
And then,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like those scenes in Braveheart and different movies, the arrows just come raining in.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. Oh, and then that hand-to-hand combat, which I was in the Army when Braveheart came out, and everybody we watched that movie with agreed. If war was like that, screw being in the Army. You're hand-to-hand. Well, I got to think, ancient wars didn't last that long. Yeah. And people only fought when they absolutely had to. Why? Because it's hand-to-hand.
Yeah.
We got it easy nowadays. Shoot somebody 300 yards away, no problem.
Right.
No. You got your sword and your dagger, and you got to go up there and knife him. And his blood's going to squirt on you.
Yeah.
As you
yeah, that's rough, and it's hard to imagine how, especially those days, you didn't have the medical treatments and everything.
You got wounded, you were done.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it was like a really minor flesh wound.
Super minor.
Yeah, or if you lose an arm and set the end on fire or something.
Which is what they did. They call it slapping iron to it. If you lost an arm or you got a big deep wound, they have a hot iron there and just cauterize it.
Yeah.
It stopped the bleeding. You wouldn't bleed to death. But is that shit gonna hurt? Oh my God! Get that red hot poker over there. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, dude. Let me bleed out, dude.
Yeah, really.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the alternative to stitches. I mean, like
cauterize,
hold the wound together.
Yeah,
and put something hot on there.
Ooh,
yeah, like searing a steak.
dude. Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Think about how many black eyes the guy doing that would have.
Hold him down.
Yeah.
Braveheart. Again, they held him down.
Yeah.
It worked. It will save you, but it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, Tylenol 600 years away. Ibuprofen, sorry. Penicillin 600 years away. Sorry. You sucked it up.
Yeah.
You sucked it up.
Well, that's the thing. You didn't know any better. So.
Yeah. Now, I mean,
also you're like, I could be dead right now. So
that's right. Like wanting to go back in time. No way.
Yeah.
Well, not for me anyway. Man, you be all right, but not not me, fella. Okay, depends on where.
Right.
I might be okay.
Depends on where, and if I'm going to go back, I might as well go way on back.
We could probably be all right. I mean, if we go back to medieval times, I'll be your squire. Yes, my lord. Let me hold your lance for you. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, really. Yeah, well, I'm Scotch Irish, so we weren't very well liked either.
Well, hey, so that's about the only way that would work. I mean, I seen Black Knight with Martin Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it would be quite. Or Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
I think so.
With what's his name? Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
right. I'm sure there's plenty of black dudes hanging around 14th century England. How you doing, Mr. Hood? Get out of here. We get out of here, man. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right. So hey, look, there's a Viking boat off the coast, dude. I'm telling you, better run.
Yeah.
Let's go down and talk to him. No, let's not. Run back to the castle. Tell everybody.
It'd be a really funny Far Side cartoon if you had like Gary Larson stuff. So imagine a picture of two time machines. One says the past and one says the future. And then it's like all the white people are lined up for the past. Okay. Like every minority is lined up for the future.
Dude, like that joke I heard about the Jetsons. You ever heard that one? The Jetsons. You ever notice that there are no minorities?
Oh yeah.
Everything in the Jetsons.
That's true.
It's like a bright future, right? A white guy told me that joke. But you can say the same thing about the Flintstones. You know what I'm saying? In fact, now that I said that, why do you see no minorities in the Flintstones? Oh, they were there.
Oh, yeah.
What? They were on the other side of Bedrock? I'll
tell you why. There's no minorities drawing them.
That's right. The Flintstones were like a cartoon honeymooners. I'm sure my age on that.
Yeah.
It was the same show, except set in the Stone Age.
Right, yeah. Show. Except they had everything that modern people have. Just the stone version.
The stone, I remember the fire hydrant was a little elephant inside a pool of water.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, times have definitely changed.
They have definitely.
For the better.
They have definitely changed.
Yeah. I know. That's the thing. It's like people get so hung up on, like, oh, look at now that there's social media. Look at all these crazy things that are going on.
No, they've always been there, dude.
Exactly. We're just seeing it now.
It's just more apparent now.
Right. There's bad things now, but it's like things are so much better than they used to.
Than they have been. We got to keep perspective. However bad you think things are now, they've been a whole lot worse.
Yeah. I was watching this YouTube video today actually about they might be able to reverse or stop the aging process at some point, like not so distant future.
Okay, I gotta think. What's that movie I just saw? Death Becomes Her, with Meryl Streep and what's her name? The girl.
A lot of that this show.
That's right. They were this girl. She took a potion. Meryl Streep took a potion. She was obsessed with youth and beauty. She took this potion and she became immortal. Problem: you have to be very careful with your body because, however, if your body got damaged, you stay that way.
Ooh, yeah,
and that's the problem with immortality. You know, come on.
Yeah, I wouldn't want immortality, but I mean, if I had the chance,
100 years,
a couple 100 years,
200.
Yeah. Make it 3.
3.
Well, you know what sucked though? If someone made you decide, they're like, "How long do you want to live?" And you were like, 250. That sounds good.
275.
and then you get to like 249. And you're like,
oh man,
damn it.
So that's for 3.
All your friends, all your friends, they got 100 more years to go. You know?
Now I've seen we've seen the movies. There's always these stipulations. Yeah, you're gonna live to be 200, 250, but like this 250, or you're just gonna be an old 250-year-old dried up fossil. I mean, hey, we see the movies. It never works out.
Yeah.
Like asking a genie for 3 wishes.
Yeah.
Oh no, look out, not me. I don't want nothing from you.
Yeah. It's gonna go bad somehow.
Exactly. Somehow it's gonna go bad.
Yeah.
And I gotta think there would come a point where you're like, that's enough.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I think so.
175.
It's probably longer than a normal lifespan though. Like, yeah, I think the reason that when people get to a certain age, they're like, all right, I'm ready for this. It's because you're getting so old and decrepit and falling apart. You know, but if you could,
roll me over, son.
Yeah. But if you could stay, healthy and
vital, up, 150, no problem.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it's give and take. Come
on. Definitely. But I think that could happen. I mean, if you think about what aging is, it's just a breakdown of the I don't know all the science stuff, but it's just.
But why? Why? Why stop? I mean,
but they could. They have like nano machines that go in there. That's going to be, to me, it's probably a ways off. But these things are always further away than we realize, probably. But the biggest breakthrough in medical stuff is going to be nano machines if they don't take us over and kill us.
Yeah,
because
like a computer.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, computer. Didn't mean to offend you.
That's right.
Nice computer. Because basically they can just go inside and do anything. Just program. They go in and kill cancer cells, go in and repair stuff. And you can even have them living inside you. So like you get shot in the heart and it's like ants on an anthill. They immediately goes in and fixes it and heals it.
Yeah. Okay. The problem I foresee is everybody gonna have access to it.
Well, yeah, exactly. That'll be a problem.
Oh, what's that? You want nano computers to fix your body? Well, we'll have to have $75K down. What?
Yeah. Well, here's my thing on the class issue when it comes to that. The highest class, of course, just like in that movie with Matt Damon. What's it called? Where the rich people go off and live on this other floating thing in space.
Elysium.
Elysium. And they have these things that can cure everything or whatever.
Yeah, if you're not, you're down in that crap hole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and obviously that's like a crappy situation. But the problem is whenever something new comes, it is incredibly expensive.
Of course.
So you're going to have a cutting edge or a tip of the spear when it comes to that stuff. And people act like the highest elite, they're going to get this technology and hoard it for themselves.
They're not.
Well, yeah, but you think about it. In reality, they're not hoarding it. It's just too expensive to it's for sale. Anyone can buy it. It's
if you got the money.
You just can't afford it. But the thing is, that's where capitalism, I feel like, kind of saves the day, is because the thing is they realize they can make more money off of it
by making it more available.
Yeah, by making it more available. So if there was a machine,
smartphones.
Okay. Exactly. Yeah, if there was a machine that you could just get inside of it and like a body scanner and it can cure anything or whatever. Yeah, of course. At first it'd be $30 million, but think about how much money they can make by making it more accessible to people, and they're going to be trying to do that.
And then you got the secondhand ones. Well, it cures most stuff, not all, most. Okay. Okay, we can get that cancer. We can get your cancer down to pneumonia. But you're gonna have pneumonia. That's the best we can do on this payment plan. Get out.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, dude. That's a profit. Come on, America, cash in.
Yeah. But well, I guess we could take some questions. Let's do it. What we got here? So you guys ask your questions, ask away.
That death penalty death penalty M4, dude. That dude is on top of it. Any question I got, bam, he's right there.
Yeah.
At least see him.
Yeah, he does. What we got? Let's see. I have a question for Derrick. Mentioned your tour in Africa where you're driving a Humvee at maximum speed.
Oh man, again?
Yeah. Is there a part of that story that you didn't tell last time?
What? I thought what? That was the famous Chow run.
Right. Yeah.
I told that. That was right after that was years after the Nazi basement. Anyway, I was going back for Chow, as I've told that story, and. I was whopping 25 years old. I was going to live forever, by God. Yep. That's when they need somebody to go back behind enemy lines to, by God, get Chow, by God. Dude, I took off. Yep. I came out of that bunker again, helmet on, which I never wore. I took had my vest on, closed up, which I never did. Yeah. And M16A2 across my back and a M9 Beretta pistol in my belt. By God. I was licking it up. Yeah. I jumped in that vehicle, took off down that road. It was pitch black. And I was convinced if anything got my way, they were done. I wasn't stopping them. Woman come and pushed a baby carriage across that road, I would have ran right over. Yeah. I don't care. They're not getting me. Yeah. I got back to that compound, to the Ranger compound. I went in there, and I loved it. I didn't even put the vehicle in park. I jumped out. The vehicle kept rolling. I threw 4 boxes of MREs in the back, 2 cases of water, jumped in there, took off back to the farm. Yeah. Which is Forward Arming Refuel Point. Okay. Army abbreviation. Okay. I get halfway back and I look over to the side, and out of the corner of my right eye I see these flashes, and then
nothing on the way out.
Nothing on the way out. Coming back, they must have seen me coming in. On the way back, I look out there. I see what looked like barrel flashes out the right side of my eye, and then bam! They hit that vehicle, and I tell everybody, did I jump up and return fire, charge? No, I was crapless. I was halfway out that vehicle when I was about to jump for it. Yeah. And I looked down and I saw that that needle on that speedometer was right at 65. Oh, yeah. Maxed out. Which means, and I thought, if I jump, you're done. Yeah. So I crawl back in the vehicle, keep going. Yeah, and I jump out. We get back to the.
Was it only just was it just a few rounds?
Just that, yeah. It was, it wasn't a big. It wasn't Normandy. No.
Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't Normandy.
Was it MG42?
It wasn't. No, it wasn't MG42. The vehicle wasn't laced with fire. It wasn't. It wasn't honeycombed. No. Yeah. It was a couple of rounds. I get back. I run. I jump out. I'm excited. I am just. Out of sorts. Yeah. And I run up to the guy, to the NCOIC. I go, my God, my God, my God. They just tried to kill me. They just tried to kill me. And he looked at me with a very, real calm and said, well, yes, it's a war. And I thought, yes, you're right, I guess. And I was fine. I was fine.
That's awesome. And that was that the first time you were taking fire?
That was toward the end.
Oh, toward the end, okay.
Somalia, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, dude, great. Hey, great trip. Glad it's over. Wouldn't do it again. Yeah. Hey.
And I imagine that guy that said it's a war being like the guy in the general guy, the military guy in Avatar. Talking about they had the scar on his head.
Oh yeah, the stereotypical military.
Well, that's a war, son.
That's a war, son. No, this guy was from a certain northeastern city. Very deadpan. Yeah. Very nothing shook him. Nothing shook nothing. I'm like, oh my God. He's like,
they fought in the morning.
Of course, they shot at you. It's a war. Of course. I'm like, well, you're right. It had the desired effect. You're right. It is a war. They do shoot at. They shoot at you in a war. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
It's like a win in Rome thing. You're in a war, you get shot.
That's right. Come on, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah. Let's see. What we got here? Your favorite gun that you own. What's your favorite gun that you own?
Need you ask?
Well, you have multiples of them, though.
I do. I have more.
Which one?
I have to carry a certain weapon for the job that I have. A Glock 23C. Yeah. I must.
It's a C, so it's a compensated.
That's right. That's right. I have to carry it. It's required. Mm-hmm. But my personal carry, by God, is the It's a weapon brought down from Sinai by John Moses Browning.
Yeah.
The 1911, by God.
Yeah.
Commander. 1911 Commander.
Oh, that's right. The
Not
Colt
full
one,
size. Not
yeah.
Commander. I'm gonna get me a subcompact one these days. Great concealable weapon.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was actually. I'm surprised we didn't talk about this yet on the show. I was actually there, standing in front of John Browning's
I saw your picture.
workshop.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
It was neat, man. And I got to see. I don't know if you saw this picture or not, but I'll show it to you if you haven't seen it. After the show, I got to see a picture, or not a picture, but in real life, one of the 1911 prototypes. That
you showed it to me.
Yeah, that he actually put together.
Dude, Sinai. You were at the foot of Sinai, by God.
Yeah, it was really cool. And they had the original 1873 flapper rifle there, which is the one where Browning basically discovered how you can use the gases of semi-automatic or gases of a rifle to create semi-automatic. It was crazy. I don't know if you see the picture or not, but he basically had this like metal piece on the front of the barrel, and so it's a lever action. So when you fire it, the gases kind of blow this piece away basically from the barrel, and it moves this cable cord thing, and it makes the lever function.
Question: is the lever action rifle an American invention?
Yes, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because it started. I think the first one was the volcanic. That what's his name? The Henry basically came out with, and then the Henry, like the one that you have, that's kind of the first technically lever action rifle repeater and everything. Yeah.
Okay. I heard that was an American invention.
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Go.
Yeah, lever actions are great. I have to say, if you going up against guys with like ARs and stuff, you're not totally unarmed with the lever action.
Yeah, you're about Well, yeah, you get about 100 yards out of it. I've tried with that Henry.
Oh yeah,
about 100 yards.
Well, some of them that shoot pretty far.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
depends on the caliber and everything.
Okay, you get a
45-70 or something. Oof, yeah,
big elephant gun. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that gun that what's his name had in Jurassic Park. The Dino gun.
Marlin, yeah.
What was that?
That was a Marlin.
A Marlin.
45-70. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll knock down a Tyrannosaur. No problem.
Oh, yeah.
No problem. I seen those rounds. Elephant gun, dude. Elephant
they're
gun.
big, yeah.
Oh.
I actually saw a Marlin lever action at the SHOT Show. They had I think it was like a Midwest Industries AR like front rail on it.
Yeah.
Or not a rail, a handguard, yeah, AR style handguard, basically. It was like an M-lock, basically. So you can attach stuff on it.
How tough is it to get that John Wayne lever where you can do the spin cock?
Oh, you can find those. They're around.
They're out there.
You can get the mare's leg.
That's right. The rifleman, yeah.
Yeah, the mare's leg is. It's classified as a pistol. So it's like a short little lever action in it, and some of them have the big loop, so you can.
The big loop just.
Yeah.
Dude, true grip, baby. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right, let's see what we got. The 1898 Colt semi-auto, is that the one, the 1911? I'm not sure. I don't know much about that one. Let's see. Someone said I want to say something, but I don't know if I have the courage to say it. That's the death penalty guy.
Okay.
All right, guys. Where's the questions at? We need questions. But it was neat being there, right where like John Browning worked and seeing his workshop and the guns that he worked on and all that kind of stuff. It was pretty special.
Piece of history. I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, you're actually there in the spot. So yeah, there's no substitute for being there.
Yeah, and it's unbelievable how many guns. I mean, he really was just gun Einstein. I mean, like he designed his first gun and when he was like a teenager, basically. I mean,
he was a genius as far as weapons.
Yeah, totally. There's this famous story. I don't know if you ever heard it about when. So his first like successful design. He designed some other things when he was really young, but his first like really successful design was called the rolling block.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the high wall, not the rolling block.
Okay.
The high wall. Sorry, the rolling block, similar but different. The high wall, and so he developed this gun when he was like a teenager, and Winchester found out about it, and him and his dad were basically just making them out of this shop, basically, and Winchester or somebody, I think it was Winchester, found out about it, or whatever, and they set up a meeting with him, and they came to talk to him about they wanted to buy the design so they could distribute it and sell it. And he came there and he asked John Brown. He was like a kid. He was like, "Hey, where's the? Well, I'm looking for the guy that makes this gun." He was like, "Oh, it's me."
That's right.
But he was like a kid, and then So he developed that, which was it wasn't totally revolutionary. It was just a single shot rifle, but it was a very good rifle and very strong and solid. That, and then of course you have the 1886 was like a great improvement on the lever action. You had these 2 locking blocks that come up and just made it a much stronger action than like the Henry and the 73, and he did the 1887 shotgun, like the shotgun from Terminator.
Oh, okay,
that was him. He did that. The A5, the semi-automatic shotgun that's got that weird hump back to it. That was him. Of course, the M2 50 cal machine gun, and then the 1919 30 cal
machine gun, which was heavy but effective.
Yeah, and the potato digger, which was the first one. Of course, the 1911, obviously, and his last design was the Browning High Power. Did you ever seen one of those?
That's the gun that the British, they were real big on that.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a pretty neat gun. All right, what we got? Favorite dream? What's your dream car?
Dream car, Mustang 64 Shelby engine, piece of history.
That's nice, yeah.
My God,
nice
God knows how much they cost now. God knows.
Oh yeah,
the original Shelby engine Mustang. Oh.
Yeah, I'd say like upwards of 50 or 1,000 or more probably.
A close second would be 69 Camaro.
Yeah.
Straight up muscle car.
Oh yeah.
Which they had to stop making those muscle cars period about 74 because the price of gas just went through the roof.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you couldn't make them for just a regular person anymore.
Yeah, and there was also like different regulations on like the bumpers and the heights and different things.
Exhaust.
Like that.
Some of these cities got exhaust regulations.
Yeah,
So it was a great time. But if you can find one,
yeah. My dream car, and one day I hope I can own one. It's a 1955 Bel Air. I love that car. That's a really cool
big car. All right, I love big car.
What's cool about the 55, and it's one of the most popular of the classic cars, and that's probably why, is so in 55 it was when they first went away. So like the 54 and the 53 Bel Airs and all the Chevys, they had still had those wheel wells that kind of came out.
Big fishtails,
Yeah, well. I think so. And then the 55 was when they first it was kind of straight, but it didn't have the big fins yet. Like the 57 is the one that you think of with the big fins coming out the back, and of course they went crazy with that in the 60s. So it's kind of like riding that in between. It has that look of like that early 50s, almost 40s kind of car, but also kind of modern at the same time, for the era. But I love it.
Gas was 10 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
No problem.
Right.
Fill her up. Here's $1.
Yeah. Giant all steel.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but if I ever get the money, hey.
Yeah. So it's Camaro and the Mustang. What else we got?
Apparently, we got too many shotgun guys.
Let's see. One affordable gun. Okay, so if I was gonna buy a gun, if you're gonna buy a gun for under $1,000, any gun under $1,000, what would it be?
I hate to say it.
AK.
Yeah, AK pistol. You're right. You're right. AK pistol.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's dual purpose.
Yeah.
Dual purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, don't go overboard. I mean, if you're a home defense guy, that's great.
Yeah.
But that's a big bullet.
Yeah.
Close range. If you don't hit them, you're gonna scare the heck out of them.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, and they work. I would say probably a gun when I buy under $1,000. I don't know. I really want to get another Czech Mauser. It's a VZ-24. It's basically it was like the Mausers that the Czechoslovakians made during the the whole Nazi thing or whatever. And the Czechs kind of have a history of taking guns that are some other country developed and kind of making them better,
improve on them.
Yeah, sort of like with the AK, they have their own version of it, the VZ-58, I believe it's called.
Also the like the Israeli Gail.
Oh yeah, they have their own.
It's improved AK. It's an improved AK.
Right. Yeah.
Great weapon.
Let's see. Do you guys carry a flashlight?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I just use one on my phone. So I'm not like I'm not one of those big like EDC guys. Like, I gotta have my flashlight. Have, this or that.
You never know. It's not important till you need it.
That's true. Yeah.
Not important till you need it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So all right, man.
Let's see. What happened to 10 Outdoors 9? I think he's like fully converted to Bigfoot now.
Who?
10 Hours Door 9, I guess you don't know him. He's a YouTuber guy, and he has a Bigfoot costume.
Okay.
There's some videos of him shooting guns like Bigfoot.
For the man that has everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, really.
All right. Way to go. That's what I'm talking about. You got to do that. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I don't need the costume.
It's be chewy. You get the bandolier.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And the bowcaster.
Yeah. All right. We'll take one more question. Let's go. One more question. Someone spelled your name really weird there. Do you guys keep a truck gun vehicle?
Vehicle. Need they ask?
Yeah,
What I keep about that? Need I ask? I went to in fact, I went and checked out getting some grips today, and the guy said, "You're spoiled on them 1911s." Yes, yes, they ain't nothing else. By God.
Yeah.
So, piece of history. It stood the job for 75 years. By God.
Yeah. Over 100 years.
Over 100. You're right.
Yeah.
106 years.
That's right.
107 years, still kicking ass, still fighting, by God. I've been converting a lot of people, too. I've been going around spreading the word of responsible marksmanship. Take people to the range. I had some real anti-gun folks. I said, no, come out and shoot. Come out and shoot.
Oh, yeah, it's cool.
I put that AR in their hands and that 1911 on. They're like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And they're converts now. They can't wait to go shoot now.
Yeah,
so
that's
all
awesome.
it took was getting out there. Hey, look, nobody's crazy.
Yeah.
Most of us aren't.
Right.
And let's get out there. Responsible marksmanship. This is it's a safety thing. It's a personal defense thing. And now that they're converts, they're like, oh, when are we gonna go?
Yeah.
In fact, I had one real liberal. She was. That's the way I can describe her. A hardcore liberal. Loves it.
Yeah.
Loves it.
It's amazing how easy it is to convert people. Just get them to shoot.
Just touch it. And at first, I raised my fighting rifle. By God, I handed it to her. She, my God, it's the gun of the devil. No, touch it. Here, hold it. And then she fired, and I don't know what she expected, but she fired it, and all of a sudden, like, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Of course, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Look through that red dot sight. Put that bullet where you want it to go.
I'll tell you that Henry, if you still got it, is probably one of the best guns to get like new shooters to shoot. Like almost no recoil.
Oh yeah,
and it doesn't look intimidating because it's old. You know?
I saw Marshall Dillon had one of them. Oh my God.
Yeah. Really.
So and that 45 long Colt will do the job too. So
those are neat. Those Henrys are cool.
Oh yeah.
There's when I was at the Winchester booth, they're making a 66 now. Again, they've brought it back.
Yellow boy.
Yeah. But as I was explaining, it's just like the Henry, but you got the fore end and the loading gate and everything. And they have one in 45 long Colt, which to me is the caliber to get them in because you can find it. You know,
not 22.
Yeah, not 22, and also like not some weird caliber. Like some of those old guns, they chamber them in 44-40, even though they weren't even originally chambered in that caliber. Yeah. Just because it's an old caliber. Mm-hmm. But it's so expensive. And hard to find.
When you can find it, it's out. It's through the roof.
Yeah.
Hey, what is 17 MIR?
HMR.
HMR.
Yeah. It's just like a really small, like fast rimfire round.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Because I heard that they do chambers Henry in 17.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's an interesting little round. Mm-hmm. Good for like small varmints, and stuff like that. Rabbits, your rabbit gun.
Okay, all right, I guess. Yeah, you don't want to shoot your rabbit with a 44-7. No. That's for buffalo, not right.
And you got to come out to SHOT Show one year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I looked at that thing we talked about at the Patton Museum.
Oh yeah.
They're renovating.
Okay.
Right now, they should be done in a couple of months. I'll follow up.
Yeah,
and we could do an on scene.
Oh yeah,
in front of Patton's tank.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We want to try to do something. Yeah, the people don't know what we're talking about. We're trying to do something at the Patton Museum, if we can. It'd be really cool. Let's see. I answer a couple more. Someone said Gibson Explorers and AK-47s are angular heaven.
Okay.
Does Dad still have his Arsenal Sam 7? Yeah, he does still have that one. Now you would love that AK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look one up sometime. The Arsenal Sam 7 SF. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it basically Arsenal is one of the premier AK makers out there.
Like Sentry. Yeah.
Well, they're much higher end than Century.
Okay.
Because they're actually made by. They're very close to the real Russian ones, like what they use now, and not the old ones. And it's very well made, very solid. But the Sam 7 is cool because it has the really nice side folding stock, like I see on some of them, because those are really sturdy the way they lock out and everything. Comes with a really nice trigger, and it has a thumb switch basically where you can actually put the safety on and off with your thumb instead of having to reach up and hit that dust cover. Yeah,
excellent.
Cool. Yeah.
Any chance can you buy those AK 101s and 102s anywhere?
I'm not sure.
That's their new issue rifle out there.
Yeah, it probably is maybe something similar, something close to it. You have to, anytime there's a gun that you're wondering if it exists for sale, you just go on Gunbroker. Okay. Because like that's the thing. Like I've never bought anything on Gunbroker, but if there's something you just can't find anywhere else, that's the place you find it. Because
that is the latest Russian modification on the AK. And in fact, only the Special Forces guys get it.
Yeah.
So, but of course, somebody here has got one.
Yeah, probably.
And paid the money. You pay the money, you'll get the gun.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Yeah, AK 107.
That guy's good. Son of what? Keck?
Which one? Oh yeah, AK 107.
That guy's good. All right, that guy's good. All right.
Oh, did I play Red Dead Redemption? Am I looking forward to Red Dead Redemption 2? I am. You ever play those games?
Nah.
It's like Grand Theft Auto, but the West.
Okay. I don't know how that works, but all right.
You steal horses and stuff.
A buckboard,
Yeah.
Stagecoach.
Yeah. All right. Okay, one more question, and we'll wrap it up. One more question. We'll just do We'll do Tim's. Thoughts on the SKS? What are your thoughts on the SKS?
That's the not too familiar with them. China makes them, don't they?
Yeah, it's the one. It's the we'll do a different question, but it's basically like it's AK-ish.
Yeah.
But you got basically you load it from the top with a stripper clip, and it's got the 10-round fixed magazine.
10. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And with the folded bayonet, that's the Chinese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This guy LT brought one back from Afghan. And sold it to this guy I worked with. It was like right off the battlefield. How this guy got it back, I don't know. Didn't want to ask.
Yeah.
But he sold it to one of this guy I used to work with. This was like, they had the Chinese markings on it. This was straight out of Beijing, dude.
Wow, that's awesome. I'd love to have one of those.
Oh, my God. I was like, okay. And then the dude showed us a video of him firing it. Nothing modern. Just sturdy, reliable. Yeah. You pull the trigger, it works. Yep. And what do you really want?
Yeah, and they're known to be more accurate than the AK rifles. You just don't have the capacity and easy to load and all that.
It's give and take. Don't the Chinese make their own AK?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
In a smaller the 7.62 by 39.
No, I think they probably made it in both of the calibers. I think. Okay. But yeah, the bigger one and the smaller one. Yeah. Okay, what do we got? Hunt Bigfoot. Well, we're still waiting on another question.
Oh, I do. We can only get the original Russian ones.
What 1911 does Derrick carry? There you go.
Well, which one? My everyday carry. Yeah. My walking around gun is a Colt. By God, Colt. But
Commander,
Colt Commander.
Right.
But my work gun that I carry on the other job is a Rock Island.
That's right. Yeah.
Rock Island, 1911.
You have 3, right?
I got 3 of them. Yeah.
Okay, because you got the Colt, the Rock Island, and the ATI.
The ATI, which is bootleg Rock Island.
Basically.
So it does the job. Great work gun. Rock Island, great work gun.
Yeah.
Great work gun. I'm debating between getting the AK pistol and the subcompact Colt.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, hey, it's going a little couple of road trips this summer. I gotta have my insurance with me right here, by God. So, which even as I found out even in California, somebody is from there, as you know.
Yeah.
Thought about going out there, but I found out even as a law enforcement officer, they don't want you to carry a weapon. I went, are you kidding?
Wow.
I'm like, credentialed law enforcement. Oh, no. LAPD's like, no.
That's crazy.
I went, I'll have all different. Well, could you just keep it in your trunk? Keep it in the trunk? You mean where it does me absolutely no good? Okay, sure. And I'll keep the I'll keep the bullets in the hubcap.
In the hubcap.
Why not? I mean, might as well. Might as well.
There's like rolling around. Driving.
I mean, I don't get, but it's California.
Yeah,
it's California.
Oh yeah, they're crazy.
Which I heard they're trying to succeed.
They're trying to.
Well, no. There's the counties like L.A., San Bernardino,
oh, yeah, that's right. I think I heard about
that. San Francisco want to succeed, and all the country counties, the rest of the state wants to break off and become the 51st state.
Yeah. Follow me.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Well, that's a big problem in a lot of states where you have these incredibly urban areas that are basically dictating the rest of the state.
Exactly, and that's what the rural counties are saying, that we're tired of the high taxes and being dictated to by just certain parts of the state. The rest of us have to live by what the orders of
like New York.
Yeah.
New York's a perfect example. Upstate New York, most people are conservative, love guns. Yeah. But because of Manhattan and everything.
Which again, if you got the cash, you get any weapon you want in New York City. I mean, they have the toughest gun laws in the country. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah, exactly. Can't keep the criminals from.
Well, that governor of Jersey is trying to reverse that New Jersey law so that they recognize carry permits from other states.
Yeah. Which was needed.
That's right.
Because that whole situation with. I forget her name. I met her.
Yeah, you met her.
Yeah, the one that she's trying to get across into New Jersey from Philadelphia, and she ran all that trouble, and went to jail, and everything.
Shit.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
You met the person? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's this guy. So there's this guy. His name is Maj Toure, and he has an organization called Black Guns Matter.
Yeah, I saw him on your show.
Yeah. Okay. So. He had this event.
Your other show.
Yeah.
That I didn't get to come to. But okay.
You have to meet him sometime. He's a cool guy. But he had this event down in Atlanta. Basically, like, I don't know if you know what he does, but he basically just tours around the country and he gets people from urban areas and teaches them basic gun safety. Okay. Is what he does. And they're free classes. It's a really cool thing. He operates off of donations and stuff. So he had this event down there and had a bunch of people down there, and we did this like video kind of thing, and she was there and she told her story, and hearing her story straight from her in person, it makes you so mad. I mean, it's just even more mad than I was before when I first heard about it. I mean, just the way they treated her and just how messed up the situation was and everything. I mean, she was in jail for like, forget how many days it was before she even got to really talk to anybody. I mean, it was crazy, they basically they gave her the pardon eventually, but if they hadn't pardoned her, like that would have been
reasonable
really
to hammer her like that when
completely
when she didn't do anything. I mean,
she admitted, and the thing, she obviously didn't know the rules. She admitted that she had the gun. She didn't have to tell them that she had it.
Well, it's also important whenever you travel with a weapon, you better know those state laws.
Oh yeah.
So whenever I go on the road, I'm like, okay, where am I going? Okay, all right. Yeah. Anywhere south, I'm fine. Anywhere up north, well, you better look real close.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was crazy. I forget what was there was some point I was thinking.
But
about that, I don't know.
Jersey again.
Yeah, Jersey.
They're trying to.
That's why
the senator, whoever it is, because of the House passed that national reciprocity clause that to the new budget that you get a carry permit in any state. It's recognizable everywhere.
Yeah. So national reciprocity. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. By God.
Yeah. Okay. Well, appreciate you guys. It was fun, and we'll do it again. John knows more than one black guy.
Okay, that's right. Okay, that's right. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right.
They're gonna accept me as one of their own. Oh man. All right. Well, thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it. Thanks all you guys. The son of K-E-K, and Stanley, and Chad, and Blade Runner. Yeah. This is cool though. I'm glad I figured out how to do that where I can blow it up to where I can actually read them.
Okay, there you go.
Well, I appreciate, especially you guys that did the super chat. I never done that before, so I thought I would try it out and see how it goes. So appreciate you guys, and it was fun, man.
All right, see you, man. Appreciate it. Good to be back.
Good to see you. See you guys. All right, now I gotta turn it off.